Good evening, viewers. Welcome to Saturday Sports on NCBN TT Television. I'm your host, Nigel. Saturday Sports is on every Saturday at 8 p.m. Catch us here on NCBN TT Television every Saturday. This and every Saturday. So today, we talk track and field. With me in studio right now is one of Trinidad and Tobago's most decorated athletes in the discipline of the 400 meter in track and field. I have a bit of his accomplishments here. Is a long list, so I just see like a few, spanning from 2010 to date. He is a 5-time youth Carifta game medalist, 3 golds, 2 silver. CAC junior medalist, 2 silvers. Carifta Games junior again, 2 silvers. Also in the CAC championship, a gold medal. World Junior Championship, another gold. Rare gold we gain. Pan American Games, gold, silver, and bronze in the 4x4 relay and 400 respectively. 2019 in the World Relays he got gold medal, and in the World Championship 2017 and 2015 gold and silver. And he's none other than Machel Cedenio.
Hey, nice to be here, man. Nice to be here.
Thanks for coming on to the show.
No problem.
So, again, when I look back at your accomplishments over the years, it kind of taken aback to know that that's basically your whole life.
Yeah. I mean, I've been grinding since I'm young.
Yeah.
You know, I just said since 2010. Since 2014. That means it's 2024 right now. That's a 14-year span.
Good. Young guys still, you know. And to be involved in sport for that length of time. So let's start from the beginning. Tell me about Machel Cedenio. Where you're from, where you grew up and stuff like that.
Alright, so I'm originally from Point Fortin. I was born and grew up Point Fortin, Country Trees.
Yeah.
Then my parents moved to the heart of Point Fortin. And then, you know, from moving to the heart of Point Fortin, it was easier for me to go to training, because now I didn't have to travel. Because, you know, back then, young parents, they working, they busy, so they didn't really have time for me to do any extracurricular activities. So when we moved to the heart of Point Fortin, I could have now walked to the Mahika Oval.
Right.
You know, and you know, they just renovated and opened it up like last year. So I could have walked to training. So, you know, I took advantage of that. And, you know, I kind of use it as a way to escape, because I grew up in a house with 3 sisters. Right. So me going to practice was just me getting to come out of the house. That's how I could go and play and enjoy myself and not be, you know, with my sisters home in a house. Could go over there, sweat it out, play and you know, make friends and stuff like that. So
what's basically what school you attend?
Oh, I attend Presentation College.
College. And so your track career, did it start in school or?
My track career started in primary school. Yes. You know, primary school sports. So there's a funny story. So primary school sports ran. I think it's funny enough. Me and Dream went to the same primary school, so we always had like a rivalry since primary school. Like, you know, we always going at this since primary school. But back then we used to run like the 1 and the 2. And he was always older than me, so we never ran in the same category. Right. But, you know, we always had the passion for running. Yeah. And, you know, primary school sports ran, I think it was like a 50 meter. This was like back then, young. Ran like a 50 meter. And, you know, after we crossed the finish line, me and one guy kept running, because he was just like, yo, we tied, so we have to see who win. And like, the officials ran us, and I was like, stop, the race over. But we kept running. You know, we determined like, nah, somebody had to win. I think they would give us the tie. But that's when, you know, our coach saw me out there and scouted me out, Mr. Portley, and say, yo, come join this club. That was Point Fortin Service in the New Jets at the time. This was many years ago, so, you know, my memory is not really that good. But yeah, joined Point Fortin New Jets. Was with Point Fortin New Jets for quite a couple of years, and then when I started going to school in Sando, you know, obviously it was hard for me to go to school in San Fernando and live Point Fortin and come back and trade. So I ended up finding a club in San Fernando, which would have been Brooklyn at the time. And you know, I was in Brooklyn for a couple of years, and funny enough, my manager now, we actually met.
Okay.
Training at Brooklyn, and this was at the Skinner Park many years ago.
Right.
And you know, it's kind of like coming back to me now, like how life is like a full circle.
Yeah, for real.
And everything, you know, stuff that happens in the past can come back now and affect your future in a positive way.
So, I heard you talk about that one instant where you and the guy kept on running. In terms of you and thinking back, what was that point in your life that you decided, yo, I can make a living off of this track and field thing?
So, to be honest, it wasn't even about making a living off of track and field. It was just me doing this for fun.
Okay.
And you know, as I grew older and I understand the sports better, understand the business of the sport better, that's when it's like, you know, it went from, okay, you invest in all this time and effort into something.
Yeah. At
some point, you need to see returns on your investment.
Yeah.
So, you know, back then you're young, you go into crafter, you don't even know who paying for that. You just know you just have to short it here, at a certain time, you turn out giving your clothes, you go to the hotel paid for, you don't know where this money coming from, we just having fun. You go there, we win medals, we make our country proud, make our parents proud. That was it. But as you grow older, I understand that now sports is not like sports back then. Sports now is like a career. Because you know, back then schools would like teachers would tell you like, study your schoolwork. You don't have a real career with sports. You don't have you don't have a successful life with sports. You need education, and they would pong that in us. And you know, as you grow and you read and you understand certain stuff with life, you get to realize that sports now is a multi-billion-dollar business, and you know, athletes now are taking advantage, and you know, and you spend all this money in terms of with recovery, paying coaches. You know, traveling back and forth, because that commute from Point to San Fernando was hell. That was a lot.
I could attest to that now.
Back then, I used to travel every day.
Yeah.
And, you know, so now as you get older, you just reap some of the benefits of your fruits of your labor.
So, I know for a point in time you was training on the outside.
Yeah.
And before we started the interview, you was explaining that to me. So when you got signed, at what age you was signed to
So I got signed to Adidas at the age of, I want to say 17. Yeah, I think I was 17.
Okay.
Yeah, I turned 18 that year, so I was 17 turning 18. Yeah. So I was like right fresh off of high school.
And from high school straight into the track life.
Straight into the track life. Yeah, I was like taken from like my parents, living under my parents' house, and I was thrown into the real world.
That experience, how was that experience?
The transition to me wasn't bad, because you know, when I moved to Florida, I was, you know, under Bledman, when Keston Bledman, I was under his wing for a year.
Yeah.
I know he really took good care of me. You know, he made me stay in his apartment. I didn't have to pay rent. He made me stay there for free, pretty much. And you know, he kind of showed me the routes, how to pay bills, how to do certain things, how to become like a man.
Yeah.
You understand? Because you know, it's like now we both living in Florida, we in Claremont, we're training partners, seeing each other every day. And it's like, you know, some things that your parents won't teach you. Right. Because it's like you live under them for so long and they handle everything. So now when in the real world, it's like somebody it's like a whole different reality. And you know, he kind of showed me the ropes. You save your money, you make sure you pay your rent first, make sure you pay your bills first, everything else after, and then you know the money started to come, and then everything started to grow.
You mentioned Keston. To me, Keston is a real cool. Cool dude.
He's a household name in Trinidad track and field.
When I went to the Olympics the first time around, him and Jareem, two of them asked me, "So how long you boxing?" And I was like, "No, I boxing like about 7 months, 8 months." Yeah. And two of them was like, "What you doing here?"
I mean, for the track and field, this is like for us. It's like most athletes, I should say. We spend most of our life, like most track athletes been doing this like since primary school or secondary school. This is like, it's like a lifelong journey.
A whole
life.
Like
to hear like a boxer make it to Olympics in 4 months, 6, 7 months, that's kind of mad.
No, but and I mean, at the games, it's the first time I went to a big games.
Yeah.
And they invited me to the room, come play FIFA with me. At that time, I had Dion as well. But it was, for me, I really feel welcome. So when you say that, you know, Keston kind of...
I mean, everybody that kind of guy. They make you feel like at home. Because I know those guys back then, even to me, was like the older guys, or the senior guys. So they was like the ones who would, you know, look after us and show us the ropes. So, you know, and so him taking me under his wing and him taking you under his wing. That's...
Big brother vibes.
That's big brother vibes for real.
So, how different was it training abroad as opposed to training in Trinidad?
Ooh, bro, that is a lot different because I mean I spent almost 10 years training at Leaders Group, and this was like my first year training in Trinidad, and and it's a lot different in terms of everything.
I know. For one, I can identify sometime, even though you have Keston and the other athletes there, that family back in.
Exactly.
Because
Back when in a professional group, because I mean back then in their Leaders Group, I had Tyson Gee, Shawnee Miller, Noah Lyles, who just won the gold medal. Matthew Hutton Smith, his name is the medal competition for the 400 meters at the Olympics.
Yeah.
So when you are around these type of people, it's like you have to be motivated. You have to be, you come out every day with a purpose.
Yeah.
You come every day at practice, and it's like, we on a mission. We all trying to win gold. We all trying to. We don't care who show up on a race day, but we all trying to take each other to that next level.
Yeah.
So being in that type of environment, I mean, in that type of space, it kind of mentally trains you to always be professional, always bring your A game.
One thing, I don't want to say I'm jealous, but kinda is to see that, to me, all the track athletes will be real tight, but on a race they know. But I talk about like watching your posts and how you're moving each other and things.
Yeah. Because we all kind of grew up with each other. Yeah, like me and Drew, we grew up on the same street and Point from since in the early 2000s. So it's like we all know each other, whether it be from competing against each other, and then we travel a lot too, like with Carifta, CAC, and then we spend a lot of time outside of Trinidad together. So it's like you kind of create a bond. So you kind of create like a family.
The team vibe for me is like when you're watching because it's not that the track athletes just pull to the surface, because I do have that experience. But the way how y'all just moving each other, moving our group all the time, we always seen everybody together.
We always support one another in everything we do.
So in terms of the Caribbean families, because for us in boxing, being the smaller countries at these big games, the Caribbean tends to kind of rally together.
Yeah, we bond together in everything we do.
So in terms of the Caribbean athletes, the Caribbean track stars now.
So when we go to Caribbean meets, it's the Caribbean against Jamaica. When we face in the world, it's the Caribbean against USA. Right. So we all have our little rivalry in between, but it's all love. Like I have brothers from Jamaica, Bahamas, throughout the Caribbean. I know we all keep that bond, and we all stay connected to each other. We all support each other, and that's the track vibes.
So race day. I just say, right, because for me, right, in boxing, you're on the circuit long enough, so you start to know certain people, you follow them on social media, you chat, whatever the case is. But on fight day, it's war. Like, once I pull you on him, I'm not even smiling with you.
For real.
So is it the same on the track?
I would say for the 400, it is to a certain extent, and then it's at the same time it's not. Because sometimes you may go to a diamond league. This happened to me a couple of times already. You go to a diamond league and you may end up rooming with somebody you're going to race with tomorrow. And you're not going to be like awkward in a room with somebody for like 2 days. Like you're not going to be like,
I can see that.
Like serious face to somebody going to compete in 2 days. So we just kind of share a bond, but it's a respectful bond. Everybody respect each other's space. We respect each other's environment, and we just compete clean and have fun.
Yeah, when it's time to go to work, it's time to go to work.
It's time to go to work. The best man win on the day.
For sure. All right, so that brings us to the first break. Stay with us, viewers. You're viewing Saturday Sports on CBN TV, TT Television. We'll be right back. Water.
I'm Steve David, and I'm your host. Today I talk football as usual, and I have with me Linda Bramble, welcome to the set. Michael Ragunac, welcome to the set. Instead George Jefferson, George Anthony Clark, welcome to the set. That's Dwight DeLeon. The president of the SSFL, Mariri Gonzalez. Mariri, welcome to the set. Leroy DeLeon, welcome to the set, Leroy.
Thank you very much.
Thank you for tuning in every Tuesday night, and NCBNTT, thanks for the opportunity. Hi, I am Nigel Coutier.
Hi, I'm Jemima Joseph.
And I'm Jovan Paul Edmond.
We are coming to a community near you. We're going to speak community talk. We want to hear your issues, your concerns, or what will improve your community.
Look out for us. We'll be coming soon, Nigel and myself, to your community to hear in whatever way we can do to improve your environment, be it employment, infrastructure, anything to improve your living as well as our own.
Catch us on NCBN TV television for Community Talk.
Yo, it's your boy Machel Cedenio here, and I'm inviting you to my latest initiative in collaboration with Ministry of Sports and Community Development, the Elite Track and Field Development Camp. This camp was designed for young athletes between the ages of 11 to 18 to give them all the fundamentals that's required to become pro athletes and have a sustainable career in sport. This Elite Track and Field Development Camp will be held on August 15th and 16th right here at Skinner Park, San Fernando. We'll also be having international coaches and Olympic athletes here to share their knowledge and experience with you. Follow the MC Cedenio Foundation page via Instagram, click the link in my bio, and register your child spot today. Limited spots available. The first day of the camp, August 15th, will be strictly for participants only, while the second day, August 16th, will be open to the public. There will be competitions, exhibitions, games, activities, and much more. Come out and enjoy a day of fun with your families.
Welcome back viewers to Saturday Sports on NCBN TT Television. I'm your host Nigel Paul, and we're here with Machel Cedenio talking track and field for now. Right? Big things coming up. We're talking track for now. So Machel, it's Olympic season, it's Olympic time. Being home in this season when people view the Olympics on TV, I ask the question all the time. How come you home? How come you're not the Olympics? And I try to remind people that is a qualified event. You can't just go to the Olympics, whether you qualify over a period of time or you're qualifying events. So I'll ask you the question, how come Machel Cedenio isn't at the Paris Olympics?
One, I would say luck probably wasn't on my side this year. I had a very challenging year this year. My wife got pregnant. She had a high-risk pregnancy. We kind of was back and forth, doctor visit, fly out, had a child. We went to New York. I know New York is in the winter time is not a place
far
favorable for track and field unless you have like an indoor track. And I didn't have those connections or those links to find myself an indoor track. So I was pretty much like outdoors, and it was just too much. I had to pick whether track or family, and I made the decision that I've been doing this my entire life pretty much. I made Olympics. I went to Olympics when I was 16.
Right.
You understand? I'm 28 now, so I'm somewhat kind of, I won't say I'm burnt out, but I think I deserve a year off.
Yeah.
I could have a mental time and have a break because I'm young. I kind of want to be like a family man. So I building a foundation home for me is really important. And that's the stage I'm at my life right now, where give back to my community, see about my family, and be an athlete.
So we've seen again the public. I don't want to feel or sound like a bashing the public, but I was one of the individuals that used to real bad talk athletes. That we Trinidad not good, we always lost in. Until I became an athlete myself and see what athletes go through. So tell me a bit about what you see going on social media, people.
Honestly, as an athlete, you have to prepare yourself for this. You understand? This is what you sign up to be a public figure. And once you sign up to be a public figure and go in the public domain, you have to now mentally and physically prepare yourself for anything that comes at you. And that is where it separates boys from men and girls from women. And you need to have a proper team around you. You have to have a proper PR team around you, a proper manager, a proper everybody around you to make sure to know how to deal with the public, because the public going to be the public, and as an athlete you can't stoop to their level and always have you're one person. A million people attacking you. You can't answer a million people. You just have to you can't make that affect your performance.
I remember one thing my eldest brother told me. Sports is entertainment.
It is.
And for me as a boxer, or you as a runner, people will celebrate when you lose. And I think that's what athletes need to remember.
Exactly.
Everybody don't want to see you win.
Nobody don't. A lot of people out there they want to see you do good, but not better than them. You understand? Everybody want to see their favorites win off. So you just have to keep it professional. Take what the public say with a pinch of salt. There would be the ones out there that is positive and genuinely rooting for you. And you have to honor those people and always be respectful to those people and cherish them. And that's why as an athlete it's always good to give back to charity, because you out there performing at your highest level. People, me not being at the Olympics realize like how much Trinidadians actually like support our athletes. Like I'm accustomed, like the last 4 Olympics, 12, 16, 20, that's 3 Olympics I was there.
Right.
So when you're there, you're not really on social media. It's like you're dipping social media dip out because you're trying to
stay focused.
You're trying to stay focused. You're not trying to be a part of the whole Facebook drama and the Instagram drama, but no, I'm not there. So now I can actually be a part of the Facebook and I can more interact. Can more tap in, as you say here. And you get to realize there's a lot of good people and a lot of people who would say negative, and it's just like you can't really you can't fight everyone. You can't take what everyone says serious. You just have to take what everybody says with a pinch of salt. And what I used to do back then, I used to take the hate and use that as fuel.
Of course.
All right, you say something bad about me, I'm gonna prove you wrong.
Of course.
You understand? This is what you said on Facebook here. I bet. Let me go out there and make you eat your words. And that makes me feel better. Making somebody eat their words makes me feel better than responding to you on social media. Because I'm at the Olympics. You are home watching this on TV. How can you say something bad about me? How can you say something bad about the athletes? How it is to be an Olympian?
It's real tough. And I remember, even in my community, coming from Enterprise, there are people who would literally say negative things to your face, and then have people who will call you. Boxer, come, I have something for you. Come and drink some coconut. Boxer, like people in the community. So you have them integrated.
They make you feel like you're taking the sport as a joke now.
Yeah, so it's like some people will support you to the highest level.
Exactly.
See you sometimes you're running the road in the morning and people say, "Yeah, keep going, you're going good," and then it has some people say, "Why ain't stop?" And so you gotta take it with a pinch of salt.
Once the right people cheers you on, what the other rest of public says doesn't matter.
For me, I think the reason why I like the whole giving back thing and going to the schools and that kind of thing is I think children, like younger generation, just more genuine.
Yeah.
They wouldn't know who you are really.
Yeah,
but just because you are an athlete, you understand? It's like they don't know how much you do or how much of what you do, but just because you are an Olympian.
Yep.
Oh my God!
So funny enough, right? We've been doing the school tours with I3 Sport earlier in the year, and I'm scared to talk in front of, and it could be 2 people, 3 people. Once you put a camera in front of me and an audience, I'm scared. I'm nervous. That's just my personality.
Yeah.
And my manager told me, he said, "Bro, whatever you say to these kids, they're gonna believe and they're gonna appreciate what you say." And he's like, if you can't talk to some high school kids, then this is not for you.
That's true.
Understand? And I say, for real. I'm just like
my earliest thought, and I would ask you this, because for me, I remember in primary school, there was an Olympian that came to our school and I asked him, I was like, "Sir, you think I could be an Olympian?" And he told me yes. And that person was
do you remember his name, the Olympian name?
Atto Boland.
Wow. Track guy again.
Atto Boland came to my primary school and not more sports. I was like, sir, you think I could be an Olympian? He was like, yeah.
Trackman
small man
since
So, I mean, like for you, was there anybody in your childhood that you can remember that kind of impact your life to an extent like that?
I would definitely say, you see Olympics 2008, that final, I can remember this like yesterday. When Richard won that silver, I joined a club the next week. I kid you not. I joined a club the next. When I saw Trinidad win silver at the Olympics, Jamaica Bulls, that was like, whoa.
We could do this.
We can.
Yeah.
Whoa. I was like, I fell in love with track. Wow. And my mom joined me in a club. So I kind of been running, like, I didn't take it serious back then.
Yeah.
I was still, back when I was still young, so I was still dabbling in like cricket,
Yeah.
football, track and field, you know, I was just active, you know,
But
finding a
that
sport that I
Olympic
like.
sparked the fire.
Yeah, but it sparked my athletics, it sparked my athletic fire, definitely.
So as you talk about Olympics and the 100-meter final, I want to dive into the real kind of controversial finish between Jamaica and the US.
Yeah.
Well, me know better, and I back in the Caribbean, so I say Jamaica win. So you as an expert on things track and field,
All right,
talk to me. Break it down for me.
Let's break this down to like the ground.
Right.
So the coach that took me to most of my glory, Olympic finals, national record, is Noah coach actually, which is Lance Brahman. So me and Noah, we share the same coach. You know, we train together. So obviously I would have a soft spot and I would, you know, I grind with Noah.
Yeah.
So I was supporting Noah. I'm a fan of Noah.
Right.
You understand? And, you know, I believe and I trust that the timing system and the judges, you know, did their due diligence. So I think it was official and a fair calling for Noah.
So, I mean, they couldn't just get them like a double goal, right? Like,
so the technology now is so good where they could actually break it down to like hundreds and
hundreds
seconds.
Yeah.
And I know I posted on my Instagram where it's like the finish line have like this line and stuff. I'm no finish line expert, but it made sense to me. But it made sense to me. So.
I watched, but I would like Noah. You had to get Jackie jacket.
Yo, let me tell you something about Noah. Noah is the type of athlete that he is one of the most disciplined. He is one of the most hardworking athletes I ever trained with. Like, he would come to practice every day and have the same exact routine. He would run the same way. And I'm not going to say he would do the same thing. It would just keep getting better.
Yeah.
You understand? If he warm up one day one way, the next day he's going to do it better. You understand? And he is one of the most dedicated track athletes like I have ever come across. Like, he was younger than me, but he was also one of my motivations.
Yeah. I mean, iron sharpening iron too, so
exactly.
Now, when I watched the race, I was like, yo, he lost in it. Like, when the race started, I was like, nah, he get take. And then he just literally come back. You see the man moving.
I mean, he's a 200-meter specialist, and the 100 is like his fun event, and his strongest part of the race is the last part with him having 200 strength. So when those short sprinters started decelerate, that last 40, last 50, that is where he is now holding his top end speed.
Yeah.
It's not like he's going faster than them. It's that they are decelerating because of natural physics of the body. He could just maintain better than them.
Yeah. But that, I mean, it's really something to look at, man. And that kind of reminds me of Dream as well. When I watch Dream run the 400, and every time he come around that last bend, it's like people moonwalking, and he
does. Yeah. I know he Dream strong.
Yeah, but I tell him now, like, bro, how you just do that? He said, like, just natural training.
He's just naturally strong, and Dream is naturally fast too. So it's like he's like naturally that's on top. His running form is.
Because I asked him, I said,
almost perfect.
Do you train for that part of it? Like, I don't know about track.
I mean, the thing about it, so my coach would always tell me, he's like, Marshall, you're naturally a finisher. So he would train me for the first 300, and he's just like, Marshall, you know how to come out.
Right.
You understand? Right. So he would train me for 3, and he's like, the 100, I don't even have to tell you what to do. I know I don't know what his Dream tactics with coach now, but that was my tactics back then. He's like, I can get you to 300 most efficient and the fastest way.
And then you finish.
You finish. Do what you have to do. This is your mark here. When you hit this mark, hit the gas.
I watch the 4x4. I think the last one when you went in goal. I real balling. I an emotional person. When I see when I running, I was like, yo, I had to run. And the thing about it for me, because I talked to a few track athletes, and I think it was Keston. Keston told me that when you're on the final stretch and you see the finish line, it's like the finish line will be moving away. I don't know who tell me that.
Yeah.
You say you feel like the finish line leaving you.
Yeah. So when you're in good shape, it comes faster. When you're not in so good shape, it looks like it's going away faster because one, you're decelerating faster than natural, faster than usual. So it's like you're trying to go, your body's telling you to stop, and you still have to run till you hit the line.
That last 100 does feel after that 400, but because I mean, I'm a boxer, so me no more running. But I mean, see whatever. Some people power into and some people perish.
You have to mentally tell yourself like, yo, this is the end of my race, and is either I give it all here or I lose a medal. And this is some of our livelihood. So it's either this is our jobs.
Yeah,
Like besides the fun part of it, this is how we make our money. This is our bread and butter. So it's like it's either you be a man and you put on your big man pants, or
go home empty-handed,
or you go with you see you on a free trip.
And that's tough. But so at the Olympics, we have some stuff happening that catching the eye of the media. I don't want to dive in too much to the whole opening ceremony and all that. I leave in that. I'm not in agreement with what went on.
Yeah, that is between God and those.
Yeah, I think
who was behind those stuff. I'm not to speak on it. I know my beliefs. I'm strong with my beliefs, but everybody have to answer to God at some point.
Of course. And
everybody have to answer to God.
The mockery was different.
Yeah. So, and I think now with the change, the world, everything that's happening in the world is the world is moving faster than we can keep up. So it's like, it's either they want you to adapt or you are against. And once you are against, you're not going with the world. So it's like you have to be headstrong, and whether your beliefs, you keep preaching your beliefs, and whatever is happening outside of that is like you just have to ignore.
Yeah. I ignore the noise. Because even in creeping into the sport, because we say even in boxing, with this fella, this I don't know what to call him, her, it.
Yeah, I don't know the controversy with like the boxer, like after the first couple rounds or the first round, she walked off.
Yeah,
and
she couldn't take it.
Yeah.
It's a lot.
It's changing, and we just have to do our part and hope the ones on top do their part to protect the ones who is actually innocent.
Of course.
I mean, as I say, this is a topic that I don't really want to speak on because I don't have all the knowledge. I don't have all the answers.
It's just you don't want to talk out of turn, basically.
Exactly.
That's for me as well. I don't want to just get ahead of myself. So, but we have runners pulling out from certain events. I was looking forward to seeing these Jamaican girls run.
Yeah.
And well, all I know from what the news put out there, but I know you have a little track and field circles. What really went on?
At this point, I really can't say because I know, as me, when you're an athlete and you're at the Olympics, it's like you're so focused and so tapped in. It's like sometimes, like how I'm not there and I try to hit up somebody that's there, there's like, there would always be a disconnection. It's like, once you're there and that environment is like, you're super focused. So I just been texting my friends, hey, good luck.
Right.
Race tomorrow and all those outside factors and stuff. That's for after the Olympics.
I got
you understand? That's for when the closing ceremony and everybody now is more relaxed.
Right.
Because at the Olympics it's be tense.
Yeah, for real.
I've been to Olympics like 3 times and bro, once you're there, it's like this is the big stage, yo.
Yeah.
For me, who is not there, to come and message, hey, one way, like
they're gonna be like, yo, no,
that's what they expect a typical Trini to do. What?
Yeah. But in the last, was 12 years, Jamaica run things in track. Now we see where some of the titans from Jamaica stepping aside and America start to beat the chest. No, like, yo, we gotta run things now. What is your take on that?
I mean, that's the thing with sports too. Sports, we invest a lot of time, a lot of energy, a lot of money for one race. For one race. We invest our whole lives. You spend 4 years. Shrika and Kelly, those big names, spend 4 years for this moment. And it didn't happen. You understand? So that's the thing about with sports. Sports is like, you never know. It's so unpredictable. You never know what can happen on the day.
Yeah. That's why, I mean, coming into being an elite athlete, I respect athletes so much more. Because you miss birthdays, you miss weddings, you miss in some cases funerals. I remember my favorite aunt passed away, and I was in Germany somewhere. I got a call. I had to fight.
Yeah.
And so now you have to put that out of your mind and compete. And the thing about Trinidad, or certain people in Trinidad, they don't want to hear no excuse.
They don't
win.
Yeah, they did.
We send you win.
Facts.
So I mean, there's a lot of things that factor into to athlete and the mental side of it, the mental health aspect of an athlete's life.
Yeah.
Just before we go to the next break, touch a little bit on how you deal with all the noise.
So with me growing up, I was one who, everything happens so naturally. It's like you train, you compete, you do good. You train, you compete, you're top 3. So it's like I'm always top 3. So once you're winning, you're happy.
Yeah.
But when you start to lose, is when now it's like, what's happening?
Yeah.
You understand? That's when mental health comes in.
Yeah.
And I was a victim of that because like throughout my career when I was younger, everything that happened so naturally. And then when I get older, my body's probably not the same. So it's like I'm not winning as much.
Yeah.
I'm going to meet everything does feel different. And it started to mess with my mind. It's like, am I still worthy enough for being an athlete? Do I still have a spot in sports?
Yeah.
Am I still doing this? Like, what's going on? And at that point is when I start, really talking to like a therapist.
Yeah.
And start dealing with my mental health because it's like, we as athletes we push this mental toughness, but deep down inside it's like most athletes have a soft side, and it's like when we compete or when we train, it's like we act tough. But really actually athletes are like the sweetest and sweethearts and so
you have to put that brave face. You have to wear that brave face.
You always have to, and they always expect you to be that type of person. But really and truly is like we can't be strong mentally and physically all the days of our lives. We are humans too. And sometimes you probably need to remember, like, when you say certain stuff on Instagram, when you say certain stuff on Facebook, it affects us.
Yeah.
We just see what Machel did in the interview. It's like she sung her to me.
Yeah, she
sung like, I know she's a female. As guys, we probably could all back. You say men back bro.
Back bro. Yeah.
So and as a female to go there, you always the media. You feel like Trinidad. You feel like everybody always against you, and it's like we the people need to do better of making our athletes, whether we win or don't win, to feel better about ourselves because we spend countless times away from our families. We spend countless times away from a lot of sacrifice. We wake up early. Sometimes we go to practice. Some days you ain't eat. You understand? You have to wait because sometimes we will train like from. Me and Machel spend some time training this year together, so I get to understand a lot. And she's like a real nice person, but sometimes you just have to get to know somebody before you can judge them.
Yep.
And sometimes we come practice. We have practice at 7:00. We don't probably now and finish practice like 12. So we up like since 6.
Yeah.
The most you might have is like a cup of coffee, a banana, and then probably eat till 12. They say a hungry man is an angry man. So so people need to understand that we are just human beings, and you stuff would affect us, and stuff you say online would bother. So you have to take that into consideration and think of us as humans, like how you would treat your siblings, how you treat your kids.
Yeah.
You understand? We are not superhumans. We may perform like superhumans, but we are not.
Yeah, I think having these kind of conversations and hearing athletes speak on these things more, the public will become more aware of it.
Yeah.
Because athletes, we don't really talk about this much.
Yeah, we don't. But we as you see, we always try to put up that mental and physical toughness.
Wear that brave face. But so let's take a break. When we come back, we're talking track and field with Machel Cedenio. We'll be right back.
Trinbago Heritage, every Wednesday at 8 p.m. on NCBN TT Television Network.
Machel TV. You tell us, boy, better stay calm, be cool.
Yo, it's your boy Machel Cedenio here, and I'm inviting you to my latest initiative in collaboration with Ministry of Sports and Community Development, the Elite Track and Field Development Camp. This camp was designed for young athletes between the ages of 11 to 18 to give them all the fundamentals that's required to become pro athletes and have a sustainable career in sport. This Elite Track and Field Development Camp will be held on August 15th and 16th right here at Skinner Park, San Fernando. We'll also be having international coaches and Olympic athletes here to share their knowledge and experience with you. Follow the MC Cedenio Foundation page via Instagram, click the link in my bio, and register your choice spot today. Limited spots available. The first day of the camp, August 15th, will be strictly for participants only, while the second day, August 16th, will be open to the public. There will be competitions, exhibitions, games, activities, and much more. Come out and enjoy a day of fun with your families.
Welcome back, viewers. You're viewing Saturday Sports on NCBN TT Television. I'm Nigel Paul, your host, and we're here with Machel Cedenio, and we talk sports. So we're gonna dive in a little bit to what Machel has been up to these days. We have been involved in the I Choose Sports program, where we are part of the caravan going to different schools and what have you. How has that impact you personally from an aspect of, I know this time in life you say you want to give back.
Yeah.
And from the ministry standpoint, you know, they selected some athletes to be ambassadors for the I Choose Sports. How that affected you?
When the ministry contacted me about the I Choose Sports program and, you know, going to different schools, and, you know, when we sit down and discuss the logistics and stuff, I was like, yo, this is probably what Trinidad needs at this point. You know, because when you think about like the crime situations, when you think about everything that's happening in Trinidad, there's a disconnect between sports, kids, reality, and everything that's going on within the country. So, you know, at one point, like right before the I Choose Sport, you've been seeing everybody going along like the Trinidad routes. Everybody starting to, we started to develop like a gang culture in Trinidad. And, you know, I think Trinidad has no place for that. You know, sports is what I preach. Sport is what we need to push. And, you know, when they started doing it back in school, like sports back in schools, that is when I was like, yeah, time to get kids back into sports, because, you know, we haven't seen athletes producing. You know, we haven't seen athletes producing in abundance. It's like every year is like one or two athletes. You know, back then in my days, we had Dream Richards, myself, Asa Guevara, Dion Lendo, and these are all guys who went on to win world stage medals. You understand? So we need to bring back that love for sports. I mean, it needs to start in school. Any school. You understand? And secondary school is the right path, because that is when now you're figuring out yourself. You're like, all right. Now it's like you kind of have an idea of the path of life you want to go on. You understand? So, you know, that was one of the greatest things they brought back to school. That's one of the greatest things that they did. You know, it was a very great initiative from the Ministry of Sports.
I think Well, you mentioned something earlier in the interview earlier, where your teacher or people on the whole kind of downplay a sportsman, as in like they're not career. For us now, I think the students really meeting national heroes and hearing experiences open up the eyes to a lot more.
Exactly, kind of motivate them to be like, yo, this could actually be my career. Because I mean, let's be real, not everybody is going to be doctors or lawyers.
Yeah.
You know, not everybody is going to be, the world changing. Now content creators now are
millionaires.
Millionaires, long time. You a content creator?
Yeah.
Content creators Trinidad are living better than people with actual jobs.
Make you want to stop getting up in the morning and run and just make videos.
So, now we are now seeing unconventional jobs beating back jobs that, that they try to make us, that they force onto us. So now it's like we live in a world where you can be yourself.
Right.
You can do what you do with passion, and once it's making sense and it's putting food on the table, you can grow.
Yeah.
They have a lot of growth in almost everything now.
So, coming to your foundation, did the I Choose Sports being a part of that? Did that really kind of drive you to get into?
It did. It definitely did. Being part of the I Choose Sport, it kind of made me realize that, people see the ministry as this big like a big entity. Ministry, that is government. That is like, bro, how can I connect to the ministry? That is almost impossible.
It's almost like a deterrent.
Exactly. For the regular person, that is impossible. So what I saw is opportunity where now I can use my brand, my face to give back to my community. And I sit down and think about it. How can I give back to my community in a positive way? And how can I, do my part in making Trinidad a better place?
One thing I must say though, the organizers and the administrative side of the I Choose Sports, they kind of encourage the ambassadors to have camps or to like push that, because they were even asking me, Paul, you don't want to do a camp somewhere or do something for the community? I was like, yeah, I think I would. So I mean, I ain't launch and you like you yet, I ain't reached there yet, but definitely I think
it's possible because especially with the violence in Trinidad right now, as you being a boxer, come to the ring, come take the anger out of the ring. We can, and now we can actually scout new talent.
Of course.
Understand? And that is the goal for my foundation and my team and the organizers behind my event.
Right. So
we want to scout out new talent. We want to make sports in Trinidad something big again.
Right. And definitely more accessible.
And more accessible, exactly. Because when we're doing the I Choose Sport tour, when we go to different schools, they have these different governing bodies there, like they had the golf, the netball. It's something for everyone.
Yeah.
You understand? And it's just now for kids to figure out what they want to do, and the information is there.
Yep.
And it's just now to access it and do what you do, and you can live a career from sports.
That's very true. And I must commend you, because it's really something encouraging to see somebody like yourself doing.
Yeah, come on, we all spend so much years building our brand. Now we have to look at how we're going to use our brand in a very positive way.
Yeah, impact the next generation.
Exactly. Now we almost to the end of our careers. Now we have to motivate a whole next generation to do what we did and to do what we're doing now.
These kids just believe. We tell them, according to I think your manager.
They should, because we come up with them with the right information and with experience.
Not only that, you tell a youth man, you go be the next Olympian or the next 400 runner. He gonna believe that.
Yeah, and this is the type of heroes we need in our communities. Now we are seeing all the wrong stuff. Now we need positive and sports heroes in our communities, because if I change one child life, I will be happy with it. You understand? I made a difference.
Of course. So let's get to the meat of the matter now. Your foundation.
Yeah.
Give me the name of your foundation.
So my foundation is the Machel Cedenio Sporting Foundation.
Right. And how long has you all been in existence?
So basically,
not long.
Couple months.
A couple months?
Yeah.
So, fresh, new.
Yeah, it's fresh, as you see, with the IQ sport, with everything of the Olympics, everybody now is tapped into sports, so now it's like the right time to like, everybody know who, a lot of kids are watching the Olympics sports right now. So now it's like, now we have to connect sports, Olympics, community.
I see what you're doing. So somebody go watch the finals and look for a club like you.
Come on. We need to get back the community. We need to get back, everybody back involved in sports. We need to get back that love for sports because sports, sometimes I go to track meet in Trinidad and the stand's empty. You understand? There's only family, friends, and kids,
Trinidad, I think Trinidad hasn't come to a place yet where we really support athletes and support sports. We like the big lights.
Yeah.
And I know when they get to that stage, you will see me. But going through the trenches, you don't have that kind of support.
But now we need young brains, new ideas, and
definitely
to create that big light, even in the small meets.
Yep.
Because we go to a track meet and it's the same thing all the time. So now we have to make track meets now.
Make it attractive.
Yeah. So the viewers not coming to watch you running, but let's draw them out while they're here, they'll watch running. You understand? So now we have to be smart with sports. Now sports, culture, business, now you're seeing everything kind of coming together. Because when you go to these bigger meets, it's not just a track meet. It's a show. They would have I went to a couple of Diamond Leagues. They would have a whole concert outside the stadium. You understand? Thousands of people there. If you get let's say that concert outside the stadium, a band, and they will have a band. Like in Europe, they have those nice little rock bands, whatever. If you get let's say 1,000 people from that concert in the stadium, or filtering in and out, that is more attraction to the fans. The sponsors will be happier. More coverage. And that's how now we have to make sports make sense to not only to the viewers but to the sponsors as well. So now everybody's happy. The athletes now have way more crowd attraction. Sponsorships now have way more people in the stands viewing their sponsorship stuff.
And everybody posting. And
now we live in the social media era. So now we have to take advantage of what is going on right now because in the next few years there will be something else. So if we don't take advantage of what is happening now, then we will miss out on a whole generation of clout, I should say.
Yeah. So just speak for real. So with this camp, give your target. Who you're targeting at this camp?
So this camp is the Machel Cedenio Elite Development Camp. We're targeting kids from 11 to 18. It's being held 15th and 16th of August. Skinner Park.
I think I saw in your post where you'll have events and races. And
so basically the first day is for the first day is a private session. So the first day is for the 100 participants. That's where we're gonna have a TED talk. We're gonna have some special guests. Some Olympian, some big names too.
Right.
Even you yourself, you kind of, even when we did those IQ Sport talks, I was like, yo, Nigel could talk, yo. And I kind of when we give talks and stuff for those sort, I tell my manager, I was like, yo, Nigel, he's good at this.
I try to think.
And I was like, yo, I have to have Nigel Day on that day. So you're available, right?
Yeah, man.
Alright, but
so what you call coming through?
Alright, so let me just let me just say Tyson Gay is gonna be there. He's the 100-meter record holder for the USA.
Oh, nice.
And one of the assistant coach of the Adidas group, which is Evan Gregory, he's gonna be here as well. He's Noah Lies. I'll say he's assistant coach. He works with Bledman, they all work together. So we have some big names coming.
Big names coming in.
It's time now to set the bar high because you've seen it around the world where America, they're taking sports to the next level. And I've been in these environments where they would treat the Great Britain athletes and the USA athletes different from the Caribbean athletes because their federation pump money to the athletes.
Right.
We need to adapt that culture and trend that where you make the athletes feel motivated to do better and to push to go harder.
Like you show them the wood, basically.
Yeah, show them the wood. If you're not treating your athletes how they should be treated, that's not going to motivate the athletes to do better. It's like, we often see athletes, good athletes too, go to school, get a degree, and then that's it. They don't have a path after. So now what we're trying to do is we're trying to create a path for athletes to know, okay, when you're finished with school, or even if you don't choose to go to school, you still have a part in sport.
Yeah.
You understand? People think that, okay, because you're not probably winning medals or you don't on top of the world stage, you're in track and field, there's an A circuit, there's a B circuit, there's a C circuit.
Yeah.
I've been on all three, so I can tell you. I started off on the C circuit.
Right.
And then you start off on the C, and then you work your way up to the A.
Right. Yeah,
you
yeah,
understand? So now we're trying to create that place where athletes now can still live their passion, still live their dreams, still represent their country, because now it's not about self anymore. It's about country.
Yeah.
You understand? And now we are seeing, the Honorable Shamfa, she's doing a lot.
Yeah, she is.
She's doing a lot. The most I ever see a sport minister ever do for sports now in this country.
I think so too.
So, so we need to give her praises and we need to show her work.
Take advantage of it.
Exactly.
Yeah, yeah.
We need to, she's doing what she can do on her end. We need to do what we can do on our end.
Yeah, definitely. So if there's anybody who wants to come on board with your foundation or be a part of it, is there any room for that?
Yeah, always room. We have a lot of big things planned. This is just one. This is the first step of greater things to come. And they can contact me. They can contact my manager. And we can open conversation from there, because a lot of this can't start off as a conversation. And and people are afraid to people in Trinidad afraid to talk.
For real.
You understand? We're afraid to have grown conversation with people of authority.
Yeah.
And I had reached a point in my life where it's just like, you know what, I'm gonna make that change. I'm gonna make that step now. And it all starts with conversation and making things make sense.
So as you along that line, were there any types of challenges you faced to get this off the ground?
Oh, bro, there was a lot.
Because I think that's what, in some cases, people might be a bit timid because they think about this might go wrong or mightn't get you here or that might. So some of the challenges you face to get this thing off the ground.
Bro, I'm gonna tell you the truth. Since Ministry of Sports signed off on this, I haven't been sleeping because we promised Ministry of Sport XYZ, so we need to produce XYZ at the best ability that we can. So is this right now? We just planning, bro. We up almost every night. Still have to work out early. We are athletes. We still have to live our life, train, family, and plan this. So it's a lot of challenges. And I'm not going to focus on the negative right now because everything been going super good. The team been working super hard. Everybody's on the clock. My manager, he been
keeping everybody in check, right?
Yeah, he been working so hard. It's like when you're in an environment when everybody works hard, it's motivated. And sometimes I apply that knowledge not only into track but into my general life. It makes you want to be a better person. So once you pick as a person, you pick your environment, you pick your circle, you see a difference in your life. You see your paths, you be positive.
Everything clear. So as we wrap things up, just tell the viewers any last words, encourage them to come out.
Come out. It's free to the public. It's free to everyone. First day, sign up to be closing registration soon. Go to my Instagram, Machel Cedenio. Go to my foundation page, MC Cedenio Sporting Foundation. Click the link in the bio. Sign up. It's free. The Friday is going to be a fun day. We're going to have an exhibition. We're going to have a lot of companies, a lot of big brands going to be out there interacting with the public. We just want to create a space where we connect the bigger companies or the bigger conglomerates to the communities. Right. We often hear people in the communities, that doesn't do nothing for we, that doesn't do nothing for we. Yeah, definitely. Somebody needs to fill that gap and bridge that gap and do something for the community. And I think that I'm at the stage of my life where I have certain conversations with a lot of people in the right places where I could actually pull this off. And now it's just planning, execution, and go time.
We talk about God is the boss.
God is the boss.
Everything in due season. Thanks for coming.
Hey, no problem. Anytime. I always say, Nigel Paul can call me anytime. It doesn't matter. I'll make myself available.
We talk about that. I really appreciate you coming and keep up the good work. So there you have it, viewers. Come to the end of this episode on Saturday Sports. We'll see you next week. Stay tuned for more.